Decoding Skills Development Legislation with your host, Darren Vandenberg. Hi, and welcome to another session of the Legislation Review with me, Darren. Today we're starting the discussion around the QCTO policy for the implementation of recognition of prior learning. So this will probably be 4 or 5 videos as we decrypt or at least deconstruct the different criteria that the QCTO have for RPL. So it's an interesting process the QCTO talk about. They talk about the shift in understanding is that in the formative assessments is now what the learner does when they build a full portfolio of evidence. So they would do all the exercises, all the pre-learning, during learning, and post-learning exercises, including knowledge, practical, and workplace integrated learning, build a portfolio, get assessed by an assessor, and that will go through for internal moderation. The internal moderator would then provide the statement of results. That is now classified from the QCTO as the formative assessments. They would then go for an ASA, which is an external summative integrated assessment, and that's now classified as the summative assessment. So in this first week, I just want to go through a few terms that the QCTO have. It's a glossary of terms in this policy. First term is the term of the assessor. An assessor is a person who is registered by the relevant assessment quality partner, or AQP, in accordance with established criteria to conduct internal and or external assessments for registered occupational qualifications and part qualifications. So an assessor is an assessor. An assessment is the process of collecting evidence of a learner's work to measure or make judgments about the competence or non-competence of a specified national qualifications framework, occupational standards, or qualifications or part qualifications. So assessment requires a portfolio then. I just want to make that clear, because if they are collecting evidence of learners' work to measure and make judgments, that would be put into a portfolio. So, okay. Informal learning, it's learning that results from daily activities related to paid or unpaid work, family or community life, or leisure. So informal learning is what we pretty much do all day, every day. Formal learning, learning that occurs in an organized and structured education and training environment that is explicitly designated as such. So formal learning leads to the awarding of a qualification or part qualification registered on the NQF. Formal learning. The other one I want to pick up on, you can read the rest, or there's 2 or 3. RPL, this is how RPL is defined. Principles and processes through which the prior knowledge and or skills of a person are made visible and are assessed for the purposes of certification, alternative access, and admission for future learning and development. So it's very important that RPL should be able to provide a full certificate. Access makes sense. I want to level up. I want to access a master's. I don't have an honors. I can RPL myself across the honors. I want to continue my learning. I need a minimum requirement, fine. But the RPL for certification means that even up to a level 9 or level 10 on the NQF, which is PhD level, you should be able to RPL yourself 100%. I think where people get a bit stuck is they think that RPL is an easier route to learn to certification. It's not. RPL is as much work as if you did live training. And if your assessment criteria is designed well, then RPL becomes a fairly simple process, although the work is a lot. There seems to be a misunderstanding around that. So, okay, the last thing I'd like to talk about is what they deem the RPL practitioner. There's a big talk about become registered as an RPL center. I'm not sure why. Let me define what an RPL practitioner is according to their policy. A person that functions in one or more aspects of RPL provision, including policy development, advising, portfolio course design and facilitation, assessment and moderation, administration, monitoring and evaluation, research and development. Okay, those are all combined into one statement called the RPL practitioner. So pretty much, if you are going to assess someone's or recognize someone's informal or non-formal learning or previous credit accumulation and award them some kind of a credit or some kind of a certification or access. And this is talking about you being an RPL practitioner, which is what you pretty much do all day, every day, if you're in the ETD learning space. Okay, thanks for listening. We'll carry on discussion in the next video.